It's a camera in a bag. This is the Epson PhotoPC 500, and it's a nice little Epson branded bag here with the primary color 90s vibe going on. Maybe I should back up just a tiny bit. I've been trying to film a YouTube video for the very first time for quite a bit. I originally started with this here mini DVD Handycam, which was an absolutely atrocious idea. Yes, it says 3 megapixels, but it is 3 very compressed, very terrible looking megapixels. It sounded pretty good though. But I have moved up in the world, and I'm now recording on an iPhone 5S, which looks and sounds a lot better. But this is my first video. I mean, I've got a couple other videos kicking around on my channel. I've had it for a long time, but this is new rebranding as that old digital camera guy. I'm not sure if that's going to stick. It's definitely very descriptive. I am not old. The digital cameras are old, and I have a lot of them, and some of them are very interesting, and I'd like to talk about them. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, we have the Epson PhotoPC 500, which was released in 1996, late 1996, I think. And through the magic of buying 2 of them, I can make a technology connections reference. That's about it. But it's a large camera, has no view screen on the back, has a very small LCD on the top, gives you status information, etc. Takes 4 AA batteries. It shoots 640 by 480 standard VGA resolution. That was pretty standard back in '96. It has 2 megabytes of built-in non-removable storage, and this one actually has, if I can open this, 4 additional megabytes of storage on this little RAM chip looking thing. Epson called that a Photospan module. There are only 4 cameras ever to use that. All of them are pretty much the same. The original PhotoPC, the Sanyo version of the original PhotoPC. Sanyo was the original manufacturer of that, and then the Sierra Imaging version of the original PhotoPC. And then the second camera in Epson's lineup, the PhotoPC 500. Those are the only 4 cameras ever to use that module. It came in 2 and 4 megabytes. This one has 8 RAM chips on it. 4 on this side, 4 on the other side. Each one of them is 4 megabits, and 8 together makes 4 megabytes of storage. I cannot find any information about how much those cost. I've been digging on archive.org, looking through any old camera magazine that I could find. I found plenty of them with this camera listed, but I can't find any that give any information about how much the Photospan modules cost. I saw one secondary source that says that the 4 megabyte module cost more than the camera itself, and this camera cost $500 in 1996. I'm not sure, I don't know off the top of my head how that compares to other digital cameras, but $500 in '96, I don't actually know how to calculate what that would be today. I'm sure there's a website that can tell me. But with the 4 megabytes of installed Photospan module, this actually has enough space to store 100 high-resolution images, which is the full 640 by 480. It can also shoot in 320 by whatever half of that is. It can shoot 100 and almost 200 of them, which is a lot of photos for an old camera from '96. But this is only one part of this video. It was actually originally supposed to be an unboxing. I have the PhotoPix LCD monitor here. This was a optional module that interfaces with this interesting little card slot on the back of the camera. But I had actually gotten this brand new, sealed, in the shrink wrap and everything, and I completely blew that unboxing experience on the terrible video quality of the mini DVD Handycam. But I'll just go ahead and open up this pleasantly colored box, and we can get a close enough unboxing experience. So inside there were some little papers in here, and this is take 3 or 4 of this. Oh, you know what? I forgot to even put the module back in here. Well, isn't that silly? You know what? Screw it. One take. Here it is. It's normally nestled nicely in the little styrofoam there. And there were also some informational papers in there, one of which was fairly humorous, saying that if you wanted to learn how to use this module, to take the little piece of paper and shove it, because all the instructions are somewhere else. But here is the PhotoPix module, and it just slides into this card slot, makes the big camera even bigger. This is quite a chunky device now, and it's not really all that inspiring when it comes to its general feel and durability. The camera itself is a solid brick, and then the LCD on the side is a floppy little thing that seems like it wants to fall or break at any moment. It does have a nice little detail that matches up with the knurling on the bottom. Epson logo printed on the front, same color and everything. It's a nice looking module, but it feels like it wants to break. We can go in here, switch to playback, and we can see some of the photos that have been taken on this camera. There's some pipes, screensaver. Oh, I turned off my pipes in the background. Well, there's controls on the top. You can scroll through your photos. There's a multi-mode that you can press where it will actually bring up multiple photos in an album, and then you can scroll between them. And then there's actually a macro mode, which is interesting. That is a feature that is added to the camera. Without this LCD module, you cannot use the macro mode, so that's neat. You can actually hear the sensor click. It moves it somehow so that it focuses closer. We can try and see if the camera can pick that up. And we are in macro mode with a nice neon green border. I believe it's 2 to 8 inches focus range, and then outside of macro mode it's something like 2 feet is the focus range. So that is our device here. Gives us a nice live view. We can press the shutter, we'll get a flash, and then it'll show you a review of the photo you just took, store it away, and then it's good to go again. So this monitor cost an additional $200 on top of the $500 for the camera. So if that 4 megabyte Photospan module does indeed cost more than the camera originally did, this little package is quite the hefty price tag for your expanded memory camera and memory module. I'm going to keep trying to dig and see if I can come up with any prices on that Photospan module. And I'll put something in the video here if I do end up finding anything, but I don't think I'm going to. But we've got a bunch of photos on this camera. The camera did actually come with some found photos on it. There was a couple of neat pictures of a car in someone's garage, but I didn't read the instructions. The Photospan module inside here doesn't really work like a normal memory card. It's a proprietary interface with this camera, and it just does not, I guess when you install a module, it just deletes all the photos off the camera and reinitializes all of the memory all as one block. If you look in the instruction manual, it tells you that once you insert the module, you cannot remove it. You can still physically remove it, but I would guess that means that once you put the module in, if you were to take it out, all of the photos that are stored on it would probably end up getting deleted, including the ones stored inside the camera. So it pays to read. But I've taken a couple photos on this. We can move over to the old beige PC. And you can walk through taking some of the photos off via the RS-232 serial connection, which is under this port here. I'll get us zoomed in and we can go from there. Okay, we are back with pipes. We've got our PhotoPC 500 back over here. You have a little door on the side, and that gives you the serial connector. It's a mini DIN 8-pin connector. Pretty standard stuff. But we'll get that in there. And pull this keyboard over here. And this camera operates on Twain, which was very common back in the day. We'll get Photoshop booted up. There's so many different ways that you can interface with Twain. I just like Photoshop because I know how to use it. Pretty much almost every digital camera came with some kind of bloatware software that would interface with Twain. But we'll just go here, import. You have to turn the camera on, and then we will go to the PhotoPC 500. That'll bring up this little interface here. So we go over to camera, and then it will, all the ones and zeros will slowly march over the cable, and we'll get our thumbnails. We can select photos that we want to download. Multi-select with shift works, which is nice. We'll grab some 4 pictures here, and then we can get selected photos over here, and that will download the full resolution photos from the camera and load them into Photoshop for saving and editing and whatnot. There is this enlarge photo option and also a frame photo option. There are actually some aesthetic frames that you can put over the image. And I believe, I haven't actually tried yet, but I believe those will be permanently added to the image file. So we can go back over here and get our 4 photos. Enlarge photo actually blows them up to 1280 by 960 or something like that. I've tried it a couple times, and it actually is not all that great. The photos get noticeably blurrier, and yes, the resolution is larger, but your photos aren't quite as sharp. You get a lot of blurring around the edges. It does get less pixely though if you do need to zoom in on something, so depending on what you're doing, that could be an option or could work for you. There aren't a ton of Twain drivers that I've seen that give you such a blatant, easy option to enlarge your photo. That's pretty neat on the PhotoPC side. There are a bunch of other options over here that I can't actually get to now that I'm downloading, but this is what downloading over serial was like back in the day. It takes quite a while per photo. That was how long it took right there. I just finished to download 4 photos. I'll go and set up. It gives you options for baud rate and everything like that. We're at 57,600 baud, which I believe is as fast as this camera can go. But you can set the date and time. I don't think it can superimpose a date stamp. It'd be neat if it could, though. It probably just tells you when the photos were taken. You can do a live view, which would show you my ugly mug right now, so I won't do that. You can also take a picture from the PC, which is neat. But we'll close out of here, and this will give us our 4 photos. So we got pipes, more pipes, picture in my kitchen of some worms marching alongside some general somewhere, and then the little studio we got set up here. We can zoom on in, and it is noticeably blurry, but that's what you get with a 640 by 480 camera. This used to be the peak of technology. Not too great for printing, but there were all kinds of other uses for photos like this that they would print on every box and catalog and everything. You can make cards and business proposals and websites and everything, but that's what you get. So there we have it, the Epson PhotoPC 500, the PhotoPix LCD monitor, and also the Photospan 4 megabyte expandable storage module. They did not make that easy to open. But then again, they say not to remove it once it's installed, so it's under their good. This is what, about $1,400-ish would get you in 1996, which was definitely a lot more than some of the other options out there. But the whole package together was certainly very expensive. And I'd definitely like to try and keep making videos. I have so many weird, interesting cameras that I would love to talk about, and I love talking to other people about them. I'm just not super good at making videos right now, so I'm going to try and get better at that, try and upload some more videos, see what people say. Definitely criticism, feedback, everything would be greatly appreciated. I'm just kind of doing what I can right now. You'll probably see me again soon with another weird camera to talk about. So, thank you very much, and see ya.